I haven't heard that theme song in a while. It's been a while.
It's wonderful.
Been a minute. Been a minute. Johnny's in the Phantom Zone.
Yep.
We can see him, but we can't hear him. It's good stuff. Welcome, everyone, to episode 3005.
That sounds right.
Are we close?
I think
so.
that's close.
I think we're close. I think we're close enough. Welcome. My name is Franco.
And I am Skoke.
That's Skoke. And Johnny's in the Phantom Zone. We still can't hear him. Yoko Chips is in the Phantom Zone. He's got good hair, though.
He sure does. He always does.
Yep.
He has the best head of hair in comics.
Just as a reminder, while Johnny gets up and running, we may be joined by other peoples at some point. But like and subscribe if you're on the YouTube. If you're on the other streams, especially the Facebook. I think on YouTube as well, you have to give us permission on StreamYard for us to see you or see your comment. We can see your comments. We just can't see you, the person giving the comments. So you're going to want to do that. So like, subscribe, give permission, sign your life away, and give us your social security card and credit card numbers as well.
And blood type?
Blood type. We need blood type as well.
And if you're not already a part of the I Like Pink Very Much Lois Facebook group, head on over there and join up, because it's a lot of fun.
It is, interestingly enough.
So
there he is.
He's out of the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I am listening to you now via my earpiece. I'm like, I've been watching daytime television. Of course, it's filled with reverse mortgages. You got Tom Selleck trying to convince you, hey, sell your home to us. Don't worry about a thing. You can stay in your home. We'll repossess you and put you on the street. But at least you'll be put on the street from your own home. So there's that. There's I can't get hot on anymore, as Buddy Hacker would say, or hearing aids. And I've noticed now and also Jimmy Walker and Joe Namath letting you know, hey, retirees, there's a lot of other Medicaid benefits if you go through this thing.
Hey, Johnny, you're getting all staticky there.
Am I? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're all staticky.
All right, hold on a second.
Yeah.
All right, I'll finish my story once my sound is better.
Yeah, it's sort of cutting in and out. And sound, there you go.
Oh, yeah, hang on.
Oh, that's much better. You look much better like that, Johnny.
Let's see what happens.
Do I sound better or not?
No, not at all.
Same.
You look okay, but you sound better. So there's lots of Facebook users gotta let us know who you are, and but Johnny is very staticky. Yes, it's true. Thank you, Dante.
This is true.
We can all hear that. So, but he's gonna come back. He'll swear in the background as we talk about J.G. Wentworth. When it's my money, I want it now. I like how that guy. It's a daytime commercial with all these ones that Johnny was talking about. So, yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna deal with it.
Yeah, you don't even watch daytime TV, do you?
No, I used to though. When I was sick and home from school, I would watch game shows. I'd watch Price is Right, and they'd have a lot of those commercials. Alan Thicke would come on and talk about some kind of insurance. Alex Trebek would talk about it.
Alan Thicke.
Alan Thicke.
Hey, how you doing? All right,
Ooh, non-staticky. There it is. Yes.
That's much better.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So
now you sound, that's normal.
I was listening through.
That's awesome. He fixes his audio and he screws up his video.
He's gone, folks.
He does sound as smooth as butter.
When he's here.
That's hystericals. Hystericals. He spoke too soon. There he is. And then we still can't hear him.
We missed you. Well, maybe we can hear him. He just hasn't spoken yet.
Yeah.
Let's see what he has to say.
We can hear him. So anyway, J.G. Wentworth, as we look at Johnny's giant knuckles,
Hulk type.
I know. There we go. I know. Land of the Giants. The little people. Hold on. All right.
There you go.
I had my earbud in. I apologize. Now they're showing hearing aid commercials, and I really love when they focus on the old person, and literally they've got to look on their face like they can't hear the person without the good earpiece. And literally, it's so great now because it is so like exaggerated. It's like, we get it. It's fine. The guy can't hear. What?
Yeah, I like when the little granddaughter humiliates the grandfather by texting him from across the table to pass the salt. Yeah, like you couldn't hear me say it 5 times.
Or they're at the movies. I can't hear it. I can't hear it. So
And the people in front of go, shh, shh.
Have you? The other one that I love like that. There's like a phone for seniors, and it's got big squares. So when you do the touch phone, you don't have to. Oh, these little buttons. I can't figure them out.
Yeah, I got my mom one of those. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
It's Kathy. Oh God, Garver, who was Sissy on Family Affair, but for us nerds, also from Spidey and His Amazing Friends. She was
Firestar.
Firestar, thank you. And it's great because she was at Terrificon last year, and I'm so bummed I didn't get a chance to talk to her. But like she does MeTV ads and shows for Family Affair as well, and yeah, I'm like, oh my God, Sissy is she was the teenage daughter on Family Affair with Buffy and Jody. And Brian Keith, who always sounded like a garbage disposal. I gotta take care of my nieces and my nephew. And Mr. French, Sebastian Cabot, who used to narrate the Winnie the Pooh cartoons for Disney and stuff. But yeah, now Sissy was like swinging teenager in the late '60s, and now she's an old lady who can't use a normal phone. I'm like, look at Sis, and her nickname is Sissy. It's Sissy, everybody. All right, there, I'm done.
Well, no, I got something to add
Good
to
night,
that.
good night, ladies and gentlemen.
No, the Firestar voice and thinking of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends made me think of the time I went to a Transformers convention, and I did a thing. They had a live script reading there of a Transformers episode, and what they did was it was in one of those like hotel, whatever those rooms are. They have those like convention rooms with all the seats and everything. Yeah. And they had some of the guests of the show were this guy's name was Dan Galvazon. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he was the voice of Spider-Man and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, along with welcome aboard Scoot to the program.
Continue.
I was just talking about Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah.
The voice of Spider-Man and Alan Oppenheimer, the voice of Skeletor and the other things. They were both also voices in the Transformers cartoon, the original. So they were there as guests at this convention, and they did a live reading of an episode, and they invited people from the audience to take parts of the other Transformers. So I raised my hand, and I got to go up there and be part of that reading, too. So it was fun. I can't remember what my Transformer was, but...
Bumblebee?
I don't think so. I can't remember what it was. I have no idea.
You told me this story before. I'm pretty sure it was Foldapenis.
That sounds like me.
Yeah.
Sounds like something Johnny would request.
Exactly. Can you draw Mickey? Can you draw the Decepticon with a giant?
Can you draw Jazz with a giant? Yeah.
I've done table reads at a couple conventions, and last year at Terrificon, I had Maria. And forgive me, everybody, I don't remember Maria's full name, but she played Hawkgirl on the Justice League cartoon, and George Newbern, who was Superman, they were there, and I was looking through the old Justice League cartoons, and I'm like, well, there's got to be like some storyline or something with Superman and Hawkgirl. Could not find one with just them. So, of course, I go to the answer man of comics, the great Mark Waid, the best Flash artist ever. And I email him, and I'm like, Mark, and I explain what I'm doing, because I also did one for Kingdom Come where we had Susan Eisenberg, Wonder Woman, and George Newbern, and they did all the Kingdom Come scenes from the comic book, and Mark was the narrator. So I'm like, Mark, I'm doing it live in Connecticut, and I'm like, there's got to be an issue where Superman and Hawkgirl are the main stars, and they're the ones that are carry the load of the story. literally within an hour, not only does they have it's a DC Comics Presents, the old Superman team up DC comic, has the specific issue, sends me a PDF of the comic, and it was awesome because it was written by Jim Starlin, who was also at the show. And so I kind of rewrote it to be an audio script. And it's great. In fact, here's something, because everyone needs to see me on TikTok, because everyone's waiting for me to lip sync my favorite hip hop song, and just being the fat old man that I am. Hey, look,
Johnny does the mailbox.
Yeah, it's me doing Mary J. Blige. So no, instead I'm like, wait, sorry, Francis, I spit on you. But I'm like, no, wait, I can. I'll put highlights of my interviews of Word Balloon and just have the guest, and I'll throw up a picture and say for the rest of the interview, go to wordballoon.com. So I didn't. My first TikTok is up on there under Word Balloon, and it is that table read, or at least the first minute of this table read of George Newbern and Maria doing this scene. And it's a great DC Presents story about they find a Kryptonian computer on Earth, and one of Superman's ancestors built the computer. This is all in this Jim Starlin story. So I go to Starlin and I'm like, hey, I'm doing this table read, and we're reading from this comic that you wrote. I'm like, do you remember this? He's like, are you kidding me? He goes, good Lord, that was 40 years ago. Between the drugs and the other comics I wrote, no, I don't remember this one story. And I'm like, all right, no problem. I won't bother you then. You don't have to come to the panel. But yeah, it was terrific. We did it. It was a lot of fun. All right, I'm done again. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. Welcome to Jakey taking over the show. Good night.
Johnny, I was going to say, if you're on TikTok, you should be singing like Chicago songs or something, like Saturday in the Park.
I'm not on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, which is the fat version of TikTok. We're all heavy-set people. And
you got the thickness. Yeah, you got the thickness in you now.
Thick.
You've been diagnosed with the thickness.
T-H-I-K. Yeah, TikTok.
Thank you, Dante. Yes.
Hi, everybody. This is my favorite recipe for marinara sauce. The next minute.
I would love to see. I want to see that. I would love to see Johnny do some choreographed TikTok dances. Are you got Franco or Scoot? Are you on TikTok?
No.
My students tell me all the time that I should be on the Snapchats, and I'm like, I don't know how to read, so I can't.
That's a problem.
That's cool. Wayne, I didn't know that Frank Welker and Peter Cullen did a live recording of Megatron and Optimus. I bet that. I love those table reads. Those are a lot of fun to watch. And anytime we have voice actors at Baltimore or certainly Terrificon, it's great to arrange those things. Those are amazing. Yes, TikTok. Indeed, $2 more.
$2 more for TikTok.
So that, or you ever watch on Twitch, or at least I haven't seen it. This is what I hear. I haven't actually seen this. The Instagram women that are in a bathing suit and they're in like a kid's wading pool. Scoot, you can relate. Next time you put the kids in the wading pool, think of this story. And it's like, hi everybody, I'm 18 and this is me in a straight bikini. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'll do on Twitch. There you go. Hi, how you doing? I'm going to eat Funyuns in front of you for the next hour and take your super chats. Thank you.
Skoke, did you bring up to Johnny yet how you noticed he was potting yesterday during a tornado?
Yeah, we were having this disaster going on outside. I mean, cows were flying by my window, and I noticed Johnny was still broadcasting.
Okay, Helen Hunt. Take it easy, Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
Johnny was on with Franco and Mitch.
Yeah,
yes.
And Johnny doesn't live too far from me, so I know he's experiencing the same weather. At the same time, I'm thinking he's at the right level. Like, you're safe from that weather, so you might not have heard anything at all. I don't know.
Unless there's flooding, and then you see Johnny like floating there in his basement.
And
he's like, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah, exactly.
We were laughing because we were picturing.
Our listener, our viewer, Langley, is like, he lives on the south side of Chicago. And he's like, hey, Johnny, don't you have like a tornado warning? And I'm like, I didn't know. And I mean, you know it was like bad clouds, gray clouds and rain. And yeah, I'm like, all right, whatever. It was worse, Skoke, last year when we had the tornado really cut through our area. And my street was fine, but all the surrounding side streets had trees that fell and like brush and everything. And one big giant tree blocked an entire street. And like
Wow.
just, you know, right in the middle of the street. And literally I saw neighbors the next day. Because, of course, call the city to, hey, come take care of that. Yeah, we'll be by in next June. How's that?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
they themselves, like, literally, like 6 guys picked up the tree and moved it onto the lawn.
I always
Instead of
wondered
on
that
the
about
street.
like the big cities though. Doesn't that slow down the winds a little bit though? So because there's so much dense like buildings and stuff, doesn't that
Yeah.
kind of slow it down? Because out
Yeah.
here by me, 5 minutes away is a country, and a tornado destroyed a high school like 10 years ago, and all the kids were all happy. Yeah.
Jamie Far High has been
Yeah.
leveled. Incidentally,
Jamie-
The only thing left was the arm hair.
Yeah.
That stuff, I can tell you, there were many cold Korean winters where my arm hair protected me. Even though the Korean War only lasted 3 years, our show lasted 11.
The
I got to work on Skoke. I've been watching. I'm not ready even to attempt it live, but I've been watching Bill Hader's Alan Alda. Wow. this is
oh
great.
yeah.
Oh,
He's-
I
that's a
got
good
to
one.
tell you guys, this is great. And just the way, I mean, you know, so yeah, that's like, I am so at square one on that voice. But, man, I got to tell you, you guys are terrific. You know?
That's
I love the way
yeah.
he does it.
Yeah, I think you're in the right vein there.
Ooh,
I'm getting
down.
there. My Obi-Wan is getting better. So, my Alec Guinness Obi-Wan.
You know what you could do, Johnny? Have you seen the latest episode of Obi-Wan?
Yes, I'm all caught up.
So you could do a TikTok video and pretend you're Obi-Wan carrying Leia out of the Imperial stronghold. Just put a trench coat on.
Yeah.
With little feet
I know.
dangling out the bottom.
I know. It was like the Three Stooges. It was so
Yeah.
bad.
Yes. Come with me, Princess Leia.
Do you think he's
Somebody
talking to
out
her
of
like
there.
from the coat? Like he goes, "I have the high ground." You know this. Do you think he would say that?
I saw a funny. I think I forget who shared it. It might have been one of you guys, but someone shared a picture of the Darth Vader stunt doubles from the show, and the one on the left was like, "This stunt double does the lightsaber duels and the fighting and stuff. This other one does the walking and sitting." And then someone commented, "Well, what the hell does Hayden Christensen do? The walking and the sitting."
So far, he's been in the tank, all scarred up, and you see his angry eyes.
Yeah.
There's 2 episodes left. But literally, I was watching Rob Burnett last weekend, and he brought it up too. It's like they made the biggest hype about, wow, we got Hayden back. And we didn't necessarily want Hayden back, but when we heard, we're all like, great, okay, fine, cool. And it's like, either he's in the suit, or I don't know what they're waiting for. They should have peppered the entire series with maybe flashback scenes.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yes, and no, we're not. I mean, and again, there's 2 episodes, or maybe we'll have like a mind conversation between the 2 of them, and then when we see it, it's Anakin's mind, even though it's Vader physically.
From what I hear, from the insider stuff that I hear, the next episode is going to be all about Obi-Wan and Leia inside the trench coat, like just talking about inside the trench coat. So, Wayne just put up a comment saying we had a real bad windstorm that took out a shit number of trees. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Power houses. And
Feces.
while I was at MegaCon, yeah, like why is he?
Feces number.
Why do you
Feces
have
number.
feces trees in Canada? That's
Ooh.
what I want to know.
Ottawa
Well,
is known for its shit trees. Yes.
Feces doesn't grow on trees, or does it?
Where's Artie at tonight?
And
never
that was hard
responded.
for him.
Yeah.
He must be a
Those
We're
Harold.
on vampire hours.
He's at Harold's right now.
Mhm.
Probably. Probably.
Franco, you got an extra pep in your step today.
Little bit. I'm okay
We all
though.
know why. School's out.
Yeah, 'cause
because
I had a shit tree. That's what I.
Ah,
Well,
He's
there's
been
kids listening. Poop tree.
just like Miss Krabappel and Principal Skinner when school's done and everything. Franco broke out the booze. Yay! School's done. Yay!
Yeah, I'm still drunk.
And sniffing his feces tree.
Hey everybody! I'm the mayor of Ireland.
Feces tree is going to become a new thing, like Lex Christ and the glove. Just feces tree. Thanks to
yeah,
Wayne.
feces.
I should have brought up to Valerie Perrine about Lex Christ and hear what her thoughts were on that, because she's become a Twitter friend because I promoted her documentary, which is outstanding, by the way. Everyone should check it out. It's so good, and it helps her because poor Miss Tessmacher, man, she's got MS really, really bad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Can't do interviews anymore or act anymore.
Wow.
And yeah, she's like, I mean, she could, thank God she could still type. She tweets all the time. And what a career. Man, what a cool career. And she was very, very sweet to me. But, yeah, I like Miss Tessmacher. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure that
theory about Lex Christ. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure bringing up Lex Christ would have just gotten you unfollowed, Johnny. that's all that would have done.
Well, I don't know, man. She made her share of fun movies. Hey, I'm sorry, Miss Perrine, for this movie Steenbats, you got to be naked. Oh, you're already undressed. Okay. All right.
And she was always nice to you.
yeah, I know, Gilbert. Hey, that reminds me, we talked about it last night on my show, but I'll bring it up to the audience that maybe didn't watch last night. You probably heard it as well, Skoke. Bruce Valanche, when he was, they repeated his Gilbert episode, and Bruce Valanche was one of the variety show writers that helped make the Star Wars holiday special.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
He had. Oh, so you're not listening to the reruns when they pop up? Is it too painful?
It's too painful. I haven't been able to.
I understand. Well,
but go on.
He told great stories about writing for the holiday special, and B. Arthur, Maud, hello Walter, and of course Blanche, not Blanche. What was her name on Golden Girls?
Dorothy.
Dorothy. Thank you.
Right, I'm pretty sure it was Maud.
What about Dorothy? In the words
Dorothy.
of Dorothy. But she sings. You know, she's the bartender at Mos Eisley at the canteen.
Yeah, hot.
And they get I guess
they should have brought her back for Mandalorian.
Well, too bad she was dead by then. But,
7 different actress play her.
They could CGI her like General Tarkin.
Yeah.
Hello, Walter. Well, anyway, let me tell the story. So, you know, in part of the story of the holiday special, the Empire news guy is like, "All right, everybody, go back to your homes, martial law on the planet or whatever." And she's like, "All right, you can't stay here. You gotta leave the bar. Let's go." And all the aliens are like, "Rrr, rrr." They don't want to leave. They want to keep boozing. She's like, all right, one more song and then you'll leave. Hello. And she sings like, you know, Bad Ethel Merman kind of song. She wanted specifically to do this song from Three Penny Opera, and that's the opera where the Mac the Knife song comes from. But there's like a lot of like German beer hall kind of songs in that musical and stuff. Yeah. And CBS couldn't afford to get the rights to do the song. So Bruce Valanche and the others wrote a song that sounded like this beer hall song that she could sing, and I made Chucky watch it, and I gotta say it was pretty good. And the funny thing is, it's like done slower than the usual Mos Eisley music, but the back melody is dun 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 dun, dun but now it's dun 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 dun. But she sings this song that essentially is goodbye, friends.
The entire time I was just waiting for her to. Yeah, the tempo was so slow. The entire time I was waiting for her to start a striptease.
Yeah, like Uhura in Star Trek V. Yes.
Yeah, no feathers though.
Yeah. Hello, boys.
They should do a remake of The Wizard of Oz with Dorothy from Maude. They should do that.
As the Wicked Witch.
No, just as Dorothy.
As Dorothy.
Oh, there you go. What are you saying, Tin Man? For God's sake.
There's no place like home.
Dorothy, are you having some
flying
problems?
monkeys.
It's my time of the month, Walter.
Walter.
So, did you know that they're trying to do a Spidey statue in Forest Park? No, in Forest Hills. Oh, that's awesome.
I was not aware of this.
Brooklyn. Or the Ralph Cramden statue that's in front of, isn't it Penn Station, Francis?
The bus station. The bus station.
Thank you. Yeah.
Or
the bus station.
The RoboCop statue in Detroit.
Or the Bronze Fonz in
that's
Milwaukee.
a fun one. The statue in Detroit.
Fun.
That's fun.
Yeah. Or the Jamie Farr statue.
Or
in
the
Toledo.
Rocky statue in Philadelphia.
Yeah, there you go.
Or the Bob Newhart one where he's sitting on the couch and you can sit on an adjoining couch and have a session with Dr. Hartley from his first sitcom.
Or the Friends experience in Central Park.
I've been
Is there
there.
one? Is there?
They have a
like
traveling one all over the place. Yeah.
That's funny. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the one. There was one in Warner Brothers on the studio tour. They have you go through Central Park, and they actually reenact a scene from the show. So they have people sit on the couch, and they have like a teleprompter, and everybody's a different one of the friends. I participated. I was.
Were you
Ross.
Rachel?
I
You were Ross.
I was Ross. Yeah.
You were Rachel. They give you a wig. They give you a Rachel hairdo wig to wear. What? I forget her name. The SNL comedian that used to do Jennifer Aniston. And on Weekend Update, she was doing Jennifer Aniston, and then the real one was on, and they were doing dueling Rachels. What?
She was
Very
good
fun.
too.
I love that woman. She's hilarious. That comedian. She's always very funny. Yes. So.
Yes.
I've been watching on Facebook the video channel on Facebook, and they got the little snippets. Because I also, much like me being on TikTok, I want to put short word balloon videos on there. So I'm just figuring that out.
Can we get a Skokie Spidey statue in Skokie? I think that'd be good.
On top of the comic shop.
That'd be
Ooh.
great.
Looking
They could
down.
redress one of the traffic electrical boxes, and instead of it having the animals, they could have Skoke as Spidey.
But the Skokie Spidey, though, can't be doing anything, like, too much. He's just got to be, like, sitting there, because every time I see Skokie Spidey, he forgot his web fluid.
He'd have
And
his
he's taking a
jug
day
of
off,
water
he
with
always tells me.
It's true.
Or holding his pillow of Jeff Goldblum.
His My Pillow.
Yes. Well. Oh.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Right.
no.
I just saw it on that Facebook video thing. There was a Jeff Goldblum fan doing Jeff Goldblum lines to him, and he's like, "Oh, that's delicious. Oh, very good."
That kid is all over the place. That kid who does the impression, because he
He
does
does
other
a bunch of them, right?
Yeah, and he tracks down the actual celebrity he's doing the impression of, and he does the video with them. Like, he does the impression. Like, he's had Sebastian Maniscalco, he's had John Oliver, and some others. But I'm always like, how does this kid get around? Like, he's making moves. I mean, he's in his early 20s. He's like 22, 23. And he lives in New York. He was on Clubhouse for a while, that app, and he had a whole bunch of people who would gather just to hear him do his impressions. So good for him. I know he wants to get on SNL, and he's doing a lot of work to try to promote himself. So that's good.
Well, James Austin Johnson got on there. He was just doing the impressions, and his Trump impression hit, and it was better than everyone else's, and that's how he got on there.
It's true. You know, a lot of people are saying it. A lot of people are talking about Agents of Slam. I can tell you that. They're talking about Scoot. They're talking about Dave Scheid. They're talking about, when you look at what they're doing with, you look at what they're doing with Bigfoot. You look at the Loch Ness monster. You're talking to the Yeti. We're talking about the Bumble from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Like, you wouldn't believe.
I think I read somewhere that Will Ferrell, when he did his audition for SNL, did this one where about a guy who plays with cat toys.
Yeah.
In between
Yeah.
like work calls or something like that, and he said it failed horribly, that he was astounded that he got called back to be on the show.
He did do his Harry Carey.
Yeah, he did.
I do know that. Hey.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you see that Trump had a 12-page response to the January 6th commission? And you got to look up that story, Scott. You got to get that. A lot of people are talking about my 12-page response. It's hilarious. A lot of people being very rude, very disrespectful to Trump. Yeah. Whatever.
I like how
the voice.
I like how in his response he didn't bring up the fake rigged election anymore. He's like, basically he can't, because like everyone told him they had no. The funniest thing about this hearing so far is the drunk Rudy stories from election night. Did you hear about that?
What is that? I haven't heard about
so-
that.
Uncle Rudy. Hey, yeah.
So somehow it came out that night when Trump went on TV and he claimed victory, that was like what Rudy Giuliani told him to do. And everyone else is like, no, don't say it. Don't go out there. Don't do that. And he did. And someone brought up that Rudy was clearly inebriated. So then the more people they interviewed, they're like, who else was there on election night? Someone's like, Rudy Giuliani. And they're like, did you notice anything about him? And he's like, yeah, he was drunk. And then they interview someone else.
Yeah,
and
they
they're
had like three.
yeah, they're like, was Rudy Giuliani there that night? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, what was he up to? And he's like, well, he was very, very drunk. So it was
And,
like well known that he was drunk.
And
And
the
his
campaign,
lawyer said he wasn't. That was a lie. Everyone's lying. He wasn't
and also
drunk.
the campaign manager was under deposition, and they showed his videotape of the deposition, and he said there were two factions of campaign advisors for Trump, and he said I was very proud to be part of what they called the normal campaign advisors, and then there was Rudy's team, and Rudy's team was him and Sidney Wade or whatever the hell her name was,
Sidney Powell,
Sidney Powell, whatever it was, but
My Pillow.
yeah. And yeah, of course. I got an idea. This is what you do. You get on TV. You say the whole it was great. Bill Barr and the campaign manager and everyone else all about the vote counting machines from Decepticon.
Dominion.
I forget the name.
Yeah,
Dominion. Thank you. Dominion. Star Trek. Deep Space Nine. Gold Dukat and the Dominion. We're all
It's a
conspiring against
Kardashian.
Trump.
It's a Kardashian
I gotta
spirit.
People of Kardashian were very rude to me. The Dominion, you got the lady that looks like Odo. They all were very disrespectful to me and their vote count.
It's
And
a
yeah, like,
Kardashian
the
conspiracy.
I'll tell you what.
Just like that was wacky. And Bill Barr's like, hey, we did investigate it. There was nothing there. Okay, fine. What about the truck that has all the ballots that they dumped into the river? Yeah, we checked that one out. That's BSU. Okay. What about this one? It's like Trump was ready with like the stack of all the crazy hypotheticals. And I'm so glad they ruined that idiot Dinesh Souza who made that 2,000 Mules.
Yeah, the
movie
documentary.
as well. And Bill
Isn't he the
Barr,
guy that?
yes,
Isn't he the guy that wrote the Star Spangled Banner? Or is that John Philip Sousa?
Dinesh Philip Souza. Yes. Okay, after I make this documentary shitting on Hillary, let's all sing the Stars Stripes Forever.
I'll tell you what. When you want good advice, you go to a drunk Rudy Giuliani. Boy, I'll tell you.
Gotta
Crooked
tell you,
Hillary.
when the booze is flowing, that's when Rudy's at his most dangerous. Giving me some excellent advice. A lot of people talking about the advice he gave me.
Most
Yeah, we
people
ought to
say
do
go to Jeff
something.
Goldblum, but I go to Drunk Rudy.
Drunk Rudy. Boy, I'll tell you.
Then
what.
we got to
Drunk
do a
Rudy.
very big press conference, and we'll do it in front of the Halls of Lawn, a fantastic landscaping business.
The
that's
Four
in
Seasons.
South New
The
Jersey.
Four Seasons of
Oh, yeah, the Four
landscaping.
Seasons, that's what it was, yeah. Oh, you mean the hotel? No, the Four Seasons Landscaping Company. They're fantastic. And then there's 20% of our country. They go, well, hell, that sounds reasonable. I like it.
I love that we're talking about all this geek stuff. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Hey, man, I have a lot of good, sane Republican friends that are just like, I know. They're real tough. But I like the ones that are like, yeah, all this stuff is batshit. Well, but will you vote for him again in 2024? Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I think the sad thing about this is I think I've seen more from the Johnny Depp trial than I have of this January 6th thing.
Yeah.
I know. Johnny Depp.
Way too much.
We run the
She
videotape again.
Dave shite the bed.
Yeah.
Feces.
Feces
Hard.
tree.
Agents of
Feces
Slam.
tree.
That's who Amber Heard. I got it on good authority. She called the Agents of Slam to come to her place. And no. Listen, we love it.
Oh, I
Hey,
can tell you what. She can soil a bed like you wouldn't believe.
she's had
There's a
rubber
lot
feet.
of feces. A lot of feces in it.
Hey, on a good note about Agents of Slam, congratulations,
Oh.
Scoot and Dave.
Yeah.
They got a very prestigious award. I'll let Scoot describe it.
Yeah, so the Junior Library Guild gave Agents of Slam their gold standard seal, which means
Nice.
it'll be like one of the highly recommended books
That's
for
huge.
like librarians to look up. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like
That's cool. You're gonna sell at least 2 or 3 more books that way.
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I'll be happy if they put like 2 or 3 more in there.
Right?
Throw it in there.
Scoot, we have, and I believe there's a children's section of it. Every year we have a big Lit Fest here in Chicago. It's normally in June, but I guess it's going to be in September this year.
Oh,
And I know authors that are coming to it that are doing geek-related books.
mm-hmm.
But, I don't know if Dave's planned on anything with them.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him about it. I'm doing an interview this Friday. Dave had to bail. He's left me hanging high and dry. No, he had like a work commitment, but I'm doing some interview about it this Friday. So
What
Very cool.
is it a podcast or is it a
no, it's like a
library?
TV. It's like a TV like based out of New York, but it's a pre-taped thing. So they'll edit it all together and put like graphics up and stuff. So I'll
Great.
let you guys know when that's
Yeah.
Are you gonna wear your C-3PO mask?
I can't find it.
Oh, man.
No. I
Yeah.
think Oliver
Should have gotten
stole it.
another one while you were at Disney.
Oh.
Wayne asked, is the Junior Library Guild affiliated with the Lollipop Guild?
Yeah, the Lollipop
pretty-
Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild.
I'm pretty sure that when they
Lullaby
disbanded
League,
the Lollipop
absolutely.
Guild, they all went to the library, so that's where they got that.
I've got my card in the Junior Librarians
Here it is.
Association. I understand I get a free Kool-Aid if I present this card, right?
Why do you have
Hey,
a
Jeff-
Minnesota Vikings card?
There's a story. This is my old ATM card. I wanted a Bears card.
You know, someone's
They
gonna
were out there,
someone's
so
gonna like
something
screenshot
fun.
this and steal your information.
Yeah, don't worry. No, don't worry. And also, this is a discontinued card. But I got new ATM cards, and it was hilarious because I would like order fast food, and I'd hand that card like, oh, Viking fan. And I'm like, no, actually, I'm a Bears fan, but I really like the design of the Vikings, so that's why I have the card. 'Cause I got to think for Thor, so
Thor,
I'll
yeah.
look like Thor.
Is that true?
Is that why you have
I
that
carry
card?
my Thor card.
Is that really why?
Well, I like the fact that it's just a Viking on the card, and it's purple. It's fun. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
that's
you
okay.
got
Now I
an
have
NFL
this
Visa
one.
card?
You can't see it. Oh no, that's the other side. Okay, now I've got one, and it's a turtle. It's a
That's
swimming
like something
turtle.
Oliver would pick out. It's a sea turtle.
Yes, I love turtles. When I swim, I usually
I like
put up
turtles.
When I swim, I usually put up a gif of a sea turtle, and it's like, hey, I'm swimming. So that because I am. I'm like, all right, here comes the fat ass swimming. Yeah.
What about that famous video where that kid says, "I like turtles," and he's dressed up like a zombie? That's you. I like turtles.
That was awesome. I remember that. That or the kid who, after he's in the dentist and he's all whacked out on the whatever drug they give him.
Yeah.
Is this real?
Is this real life?
You know how they can like take credit cards now and they can put a picture of whatever you want on it. Like you can send in your own picture and they'll send you back a card with a picture. So yeah, Johnny's gonna have his next card is gonna have a crotch shot of his own crotch on there.
It's gonna be a freeze frame of me on TikTok. I'm standing in a wading pool, like a kiddie pool, in a string bikini, eating
Johnny,
Funyuns.
I think you should, if it's not picked up already, you should try to get the domain TikTok, and then we'll put drawings on there,
Totally.
like of thick superheroes or something. Franco and I will put drawings up there. It'll be a
Yes.
shop, TikTok.
like the Justice Lord's Superman that had the
Yeah.
cool costume. There was a guy that was at conventions, and he's a big, thick dude, and he was like thick Justice Lord Superman and stuff. And he chose not to wear underwear under his costume. So much he had like the male version of camel toe, basically.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, the tenants right there. You don't need X-ray specs to see the tenants. Thank you, sir. And now I'm gonna
Not
go
so
throw up that,
super there, Superman.
I'm gonna throw up that pretzel I just ate at the convention. Thank you.
Speaking of pretzels,
Yes, please.
no, I got nothing.
No. Terrific.
That was always a-
End of July. We'll all be there. At least me, Francis, and Mitch will be there.
Yeah.
And of course, prior to that, San Diego, my man.
And
Right.
then Chicago right after that. Yeah.
Yes, I'll be at C2E2.
Yes.
Good to hear. I won't be at San Diego. I'll be at Fan Expo Chicago. Then I'll be at Terrificon, and then I'll be at C2E.
I'm going to be at all three of those, and it's 1 week right after the other. So pretty much right after Chicago, I think I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's why I'm not
So,
doing it. Yeah.
Are you going to be at C2E2 Skoke?
I think so. So.
Good.
Will you at least go to Harold's maybe with us?
Yeah. I'm trying to get myself prepared. I think so. I would like.
I'm not
to go.
going. I'm not going. I'm not going
You're
to
not
Harold's.
going?
No,
Why
not
not?
doing Harold's.
I'm not
No.
doing Harold's either. Sorry.
I don't need the feces chirps after that. So
That and Rick, and also if Rick Benny's comes up, it's like, hey, want to eat a brick and have it sit in your stomach, and you'll be sitting on the can.
Well, what are we supposed to eat if we don't eat those places?
Gee, I don't know.
Yeah,
There's no other place to eat in Chicago.
Yeah.
I was going to say there is no
It's
other
like
place to eat in
Rockford
Chicago.
on a Sunday night
Well,
at 10 o'clock. There's nowhere else
Miller's.
to eat.
We always try to go to Miller's, but last few years we couldn't go there.
No, that is not true. It was like, no.
Well, you didn't invite us, Johnny.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Miller's-
You're a terrible person. You're
Miller's
lying
is
again,
out of the
Scoot.
picture.
A lot of
Slippery
people are
Scoot.
saying Scoot doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to Chicago food.
Scooty
Portillo's.
Scoot.
I'll tell you, he's been sniffing a lot of feces trees.
That sounds like something he'd actually say.
Yeah. And then look around like,
Yeah.
Am I
Get
right?
him the-
Is that right?
Get him the hell out of here. He always used to throw people out of those
Yeah,
rallies.
there's a couple. The one pizza place is right by the Hilton.
Giordano's.
No, I like
No,
the
not
pizza place
Giordano's.
inside the convention center at those little carts.
Oh no. Paisano's. It's,
Oh no.
it's one, no, that's literally what it's called. It's
That's
I
it,
know that's a
yes.
Seinfeld thing. But
No.
no, there's one that's down this. Hold on, there's one that's down the street from the comic store that's downtown, and then they built a second one that's right by the convention center. It's by the Hilton. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
What's the name of the pizza inside the convention? Jimmy the Muscle told me is a good pizza.
Connie's Pizza or something.
Connie's,
like that.
yeah, that's what it is.
Connie's is good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Connie's is good. That's,
Yeah, but not the bricks they bring into the convention center that they sit there all day and then they heat
Yeah.
up under a glass. Yeah.
It's like going to the gas station and eating a hot dog. No, you don't want to do that.
I do that.
I do that all the time. I get sushi there all the time. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I only eat
what's the
hot dogs that are cooked by Jimmy the Muscle.
Yeah.
All right,
all.
dude.
On the grill behind all your comics.
That's right. He's
Sure.
back there all day cooking those hot dogs like you wouldn't believe.
Dude, I'm so glad you are paying attention to James Austin Johnson because he has got the blueprint down.
Yeah. Oh, I'm stealing from him like you wouldn't believe.
That's great, though. No, man.
Yeah, that's
Hey, let them do the heavy lifting, and then we walk in and say, all right, fine. Now we know how to do it.
like
So,
Harry
yeah.
Carey. I never knew who Harry Carey was before I saw Will Ferrell do it.
Yeah, but really? As a
Yeah.
baseball fan,
Well, in
never-
Toledo,
Yeah, we
I
don't-
never.
Not
never
everybody
heard of
lives in
Harry-
Chicago, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Francis. He just was a national baseball voice, not only in Chicago.
Some of us
but
don't watch
doing
baseball, Johnny.
All-Stars and
Yeah,
World-
I grew up-
World
I was
Series
an
for decades. But
I was-
sure. And again,
I was an
because
NBA
you are the
fan, Johnny.
baseball
I knew who
expert.
Johnny Red Kerr was, but I didn't know who Harry Carey was.
Yeah, Johnny Red.
Goody
Kerr,
Scoot.
He played for the what was the NBA team? The Syracuse Nationals, one of the early NBA teams. How you doing, everybody? Like when it was the Minnesota Lakers, which made sense because 10,000 lakes. That's why the Lakers were called the Lakers, but they were in Minnesota before they were in LA.
How about the Utah Jazz? That's the best name.
Right, New Orleans. Yeah,
But Utah.
it was terrible. It was terrible.
I
was
saw them
watching
play
all
when
the-
they had John Stockton and Carl Malone on the team.
Who's the third guy?
Jeff
I don't know,
Hornacek.
those-
Stockton,
I don't-
Malone,
Those were the
Hornacek.
only two guys on the court when I saw them.
Scoodle. No, who was the third guy?
Jeff Hornacek.
It probably was Hornacek. Yeah, probably.
Byron
We used to
Russell.
talk to the GM of the Jazz. I can't remember his name, John something, and he was a really heavy guy. And then at the end of his in his last couple of years, he slimmed down. It wasn't disease. He really did slim down. But he's like, Karl Malone always bugs me. Get more stars. I want a ring. He's like, I'll buy you a ring. It's cheaper to buy you a ring from Justin's than it is to get what you want as far as players, Carl. Very funny. But I was going to say, I like Will Ferrell's Harry Carey, but I mean, again, mine is more actually the voice, and a lot of comedians actually do Harry's voice. But Will certainly had his, hey, boy, oh, I think my voice is Harry is better than Will Ferrell's Harry.
Yeah, I think yours is better than him, but I think what he captured was like Harry's ability to change subjects real quick, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
because
yeah.
he did that bit where he talked to Jeff Goldblum, actually, when Jeff was on Saturday Night Live as a guest host. And he sits there and he asks, Jeff Goldblum's asking Harry Carey all these questions. He's like, or no, Harry Carey's asking Jeff. He's like, "Hey, if you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself?"
Yeah, it was
I know I
that
would.
was Colin. That was
Yeah.
Colin Quinn. You're a hot dog. Would you eat yourself? I would, my friend. I'd slather myself in mustard.
And then wash it down with a tall, cool Budweiser.
It's true. God, I remember when poor Harry, the doctor's like, "All right, no more alcoholic beer." All right, I'll drink O'Doul's. That's not alcoholic beer. That'll be fine. Oh, he was such a good guy. I miss Harry. He was the best. Correct. Like, 'cause even after he stopped drinking, I'll be up till 4 a.m. everybody. So it's like, all right, man, let's all have a good time. And the best. Just so funny.
Can you imagine if some of these guys like had the ability, like, you know, tweeting ability, and be up at 4 a.m.? Those old guys, what would they have put out there?
They'd all be canceled now.
I know, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you said all that racist stuff Harry Carey did.
He's got Chinese eyes.
Chinese eyes. Look at him. Look, I've included a picture in my tweet to illustrate my point about how Chinese this guy's eyes are.
Wasn't the other commentator trying to stop him? He's like, "Okay, Harry," and he's like, "No, look at him."
No, it was just a random kind of like, I never noticed it before. That outfit has got Chinese eyes. But then the Asian American advocacy group of Chicago is like, we demand an apology. and they went to Harry for a comment. I'm not going to apologize. The guy's got Chinese eyes. Look at him. And that was his final statement.
Defense.
Look at him. Case closed. It's honestly, I mean, that's just one of the, as we all know, like the dozen Harry Carey stories that I have with that either I experienced firsthand or friends of his, like the great Ernie Harris, who's no longer with us, the great TV director. Oh my God! And Steve Stone would tell us a million stories. He was Harry's color commentator and everything. Color commentator, everybody. That's the proper phrase. Yeah,
she's deaf, you know.
Yes, exactly. The Marley Matlin story, exactly. Now he's stone cold dead. There's Leon Durham. Oh my God! Oh, there's Marley Matlin, the actress. She's deaf, you know. Or my favorite was, and again, I remember watching it live, and I was at the score, and it was the 100th anniversary of Cracker Jack, and Steve Stone, the commentator, is like, you know, Cracker Jack spent $1 million to be on the field today, and they had the little sailor, and somebody dressed like a piece of Cracker Jack or a box or whatever, and he's like, they spent $1 million to make sure everybody in this stadium will get a free box of Cracker Jack. Well, they better make sure there's a prize at the bottom of the box. And Stone started laughing. He's like, oh, apparently young Harry Carey maybe didn't get a prize. He's like, hey, I'm not kidding. This was during the Depression, and you'd save your pennies to get a dime, and you'd buy a box, and you'd open it up, you'd dig your fist to the bottom, boom, no prize. You got a gift. Here's Andre Dawson. And it's like, you know, the Cracker Jack people are like, oh my God, shut him up. What are you doing?
That's
sorry,
like,
I'm sorry.
That's like that's like when AEW Wrestling, you know, had that guy on where the guy was cutting Jericho with a pizza slicer, and they ran a Domino's commercial at the same time.
Oh!
Domino's was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
That's fantastic. Oh my God. That's a wackadoo that owns Domino's, Tom Monahan, I want to say. And he's a big Detroit millionaire. And I think he owned the Tigers.
Aren't all those pizza owners wackadoos, like the Papa John's guy? He was all racist and stuff.
And the guy who ran for president that died, 999.
Jerry Ford?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Ford. Yes, our black vice president, Jerry Ford. What's his name again, Scoot?
I couldn't remember. I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name.
I can see him in my head. 999.
Yeah.
He owned Godfather's Pizza.
Didn't he get COVID and die?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, at a Trump event. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Got to tell you, hats off to the Godfather Pizza guy. I don't remember his name, but now he's stone cold dead.
There's no truth to that claim. It's all fake news.
Kane.
Chuck E.
Kane
Cheese.
Herman
Cain. Yeah.
Awesome name. Here's
Herman Cain. Herman Cain,
coming
that's what
to
it was.
the plate.
He sounds
That's
like that name sounds like a villain, like a rich
Yeah,
guy in a
baseball
comic
name.
book.
That's I always say
Mr.
my
Herman
favorite baseball name, and I always tease her about it. She's a comic book writer. Everybody now batting Cecil Castellucci. And like Cecil Castellucci sounds like, back in the 60s, Cecil played for the Seattle Pilots. Everybody remembers them. So, yeah. Nick Gage.
Yeah, Nick Gage is the no, Nick Gage is
Hold on,
the
everybody. Here
wrestler
comes the trumpet
was.
solo.
Oh man,
You have COVID, Johnny?
that's the one.
Yes, I do. No.
Yeah,
You do?
How's your mask? Your breathing mask?
My breathing apparatus.
that's your Darth Vader mask.
I get the most weird, vivid dreams because I'm in deeper REM sleep because of the breathing. So that's good. So I won't try my sleep choking. Thank God for the CPAP mask. But I do have the weirdest dreams. It's very weird.
You could be Anakin Skywalker. Put that mask on and shave your head.
Exactly.
You could do the same
Exactly.
job.
Get in the bathtub. You could do some TikToks that way.
Just open your eyes.
I'll be doing Anakin with my mask on. Yes.
Yeah. I think so.
Master.
We got to make TikTok happen now. TikTok has to be a thing.
TikTok.
Nobody steal it.
Oh yeah, TikToks.
That's
tagline
like
could
when
be
when Ray Romano was on SNL and they were doing Sports Center, and he was like trying out and everything, and his big signature, like, oh, it's gone, a home run or whatever. His thing was Sweet Sassy Molassy.
Yeah, I remember
Meadows
that.
was supposed to be Stuart, whatever his name is.
Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott, and he goes, Sweet Sassy Molassy. He's like, you like it? Don't steal it. Sweet Sassy Molassy.
Till the following happened to me.
I do have my own Bacta tank. I wasn't in a Bacta tank, but as everyone knows, when I had my leg infection and I was in the hospital, they put me in the Michael Jackson hyperbaric chamber for several hours.
Yeah, was that claustrophobic?
Dude, honestly, I was good. I mean, I had like 2 weeks of treatment, and I was getting squirrely by the end. I mean, thank God they had like TVs and VCRs. They had 4 of these tubes in this room. So there are other patients, and they're all watching daytime television. So they're watching, the court shows or
and you're watching porn.
Cheaters. They're watching Cheaters. Well, the great thing was, I'm like, I don't watch it. Like, oh, don't worry, we've got a whole DVD section. They had like 10 movies, and so literally, like one day I had to watch. Remember that Seth Green movie, Without a Paddle, or Up the Creek? One of those stupid movies.
Yeah, I remember that.
An hour-long Seinfeld special, but it's like a 3-hour session at least. So I started getting DVDs from home, and my sister was getting angry. She's like, "You're supposed to be getting better. Quit wasting your time watching DVDs." I'm like, "Hey, dumbass! I got to sit in this stupid vacuum tube, and I'm like, and it's not an easy process. I need something to watch, or I'll be like, get me out of here."
The number one show for a tube is MASH.
Incidentally, it's the 4th of July episode where Raider and I steal a Jeep to get medical supplies.
It's the number one rated show if you're in a tank. MASH.
I heard Johnny's Verjunt was in a Bacta tank.
How you doing in there? Is everything going okay? Yeah, everything's going fine. How much longer? About another 2 hours. Okay. Thank you.
So you did bring porn movies, your own porn movies.
TikTok. Yeah. No, it's they were clear tubes. You could enjoy yourself while you're watching because
He thought about it, Johnny.
Enjoy yourself.
There's the attendant. There's the attendant outside the tubes, and all they hear is thunk, 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 thunk.
Oh my God! Get the Windex. What the hell happened? Sorry.
What are all these dents on the inside of the tube?
Man, we had to clean extra longer after Mr. Suntress was in there. What the hell?
I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say something else.
Yeah, we've already gotten more blue than we normally do. Kicked off poor Sal. We're like, yeah, Sal, listen, those are kind of salacious things. Don't say that stuff. Meanwhile, we're talking about peach trees and porn in the Michael Jackson tube. Very nice, very nice.
Well,
Hey, let's talk more about that Junior Librarian Award that Scoot got.
Yeah,
we're
it's
doing
not. This isn't live or anything.
I will say
No, no,
something.
We'll edit that.
Just us.
We'll edit that.
Just us.
Yeah. Have you guys checked out the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie on Disney Plus?
Yeah,
It's funny. It's actually
fantastic.
funny. Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
great.
It is
We've watched it
very
like 10 times because the kids love it, but I think it's funny too.
Does anybody
is
know?
funny.
Did former podcast guest Tad Stones have anything to do with that film?
Yeah, I did not ask.
I
I
don't
have a
know.
feeling
They're
Chad
all
is
his.
retired.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck's in it for a little bit and stuff, and a
Yeah.
lot of. I know he worked on Rescue Rangers and created some of the characters there, like Gadget. So
I saw
I
that
could
he
ask Chad, but I
kind of
don't think he did.
teased some of the stuff that was on there. But I don't know if he had anything to do with it.
yeah, he probably
I
got
bet it's a
royalties.
courtesy he got to see it before, or was invited to a premiere party or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Mulaney and
Sandberg.
It's Mulaney and Sandberg. Yeah, exactly, Andy Sandberg. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
You know what's funny? I saw the Jimmy Kimmel when he got COVID. They had them. They were going to be guest stars, and the whole thing was geared towards, oh, you got to watch on Disney Plus. It's free. That was going to be like one of the big things. So instead, they hosted, and like they were funny. They were okay, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this because it just felt too much. They were hyping it too much.
Yeah,
And then Franco's like, no, you got to watch it. It's really funny. So then I
Yeah, it
watched
was
the
good.
trailer, and I'm like, oh, it actually is really funny. I like the whole thing. And no, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like it a lot.
I like it. I like it. I like it a
Like
lot.
the part where Chip and Dale are rescue rangers. I like that.
Never gonna watch that, sir.
You
yeah,
should
I'm never
maybe
gonna watch it.
if you could get like a free access code because they don't have them at the library. But if you could get a free access code, you can watch it on the Disney Plus. On the Pluses.
Do you have Disney Plus, Skoke?
I do. I do.
Oh, well, you
That's-
can watch it then.
what the
Don't say
hell?
you're never going to watch it.
That's the one I have. I actually do want to watch it. I was saying that because that's Artie's
Good.
famous phrase, but
Yeah.
I actually do want to watch it.
I was going to say, if you're ever stuck in a back to tank, it's a good one.
There you go. Yeah,
That's a good one for the back to tank.
yeah,
If
It'll
your
get
hands
you
are
through half
tied.
a session at least. It's like a 90
Yeah, it
minute
would.
movie.
yeah. It's about an hour and a half. Yeah.
If your hands are tied, the back to session is not going to be any fun for you because you
Did
can't
you guys
do
watch?
anything.
Did you guys watch Miss Marvel yet? Ms.
I
Marvel.
did.
I
watched, I watched
Yeah, I
that.
thought it was good.
It was fun.
Yeah,
I'm
I like
behind,
the
but
girl.
I'll get to it.
I like the girl.
I like the lady.
I like Miss Marvel.
I like all the animated, flary animation stuff they kind of weave into the show seamlessly. Like it's always at the right time. It seems like it never feels forced.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The Force.
The
Exactly.
first.
Rumble.
See, yeah, me and Scoot will do Land of the Giant Ants.
I thought you said Lando.
Trump would like this
Boy.
because it makes his hand look big. Look how big my
There
hand
was,
is.
it's like Kids in the Hall. I'm crushing your head. I'm
Yeah.
crushing your head. I was gonna say there was a guy on Twitter today, and I'm not gonna name him, but I guess he's a younger comic book artist. And
Scope.
I'm sorry, I get so tired of Generation Z saying things like, I've tried a bunch of times, but I still don't understand all this praise about Jack Kirby. Show me some examples and convince me. And I wrote back, no. Because it's like, if you don't understand Jack Kirby, I know, I'm just a jerk. But
No.
I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, I'm sorry. It's okay not to like Jack Kirby or not to like the Beatles. Anything you want to put in there, I'm slipping into Trump. But that said, it's like, history will take care of that. We don't need your one opinion of, I just don't get it. Well, that's fine. But no, I'm not going to help you get it. There are millions of ways to get Kirby. If you don't understand it, that's your loss. Whatever.
Mhm.
And again, you'll live a lovely life, never liking. I mean, it's again the same thing with the Beatles. The generation under me was always like, I mean, I understand, but they just don't speak to me. It's like, well, you're wrong, aren't you? Aren't you wrong?
You're wrong.
You're wrong now.
You're wrong. Loser.
You know what I watched is I watched speaking of not getting things, but I get it because it's funny. But I watched the first episode of Kids in the Hall, and I want to watch the rest, the new ones. But let me tell you, that first episode, there's a lot of old man penis on that one.
Yes, there is. But I mean, they are fearless.
Yeah.
They're like Python in their senior years. They don't care. They
Right.
are fearless. God bless the Kids in the Hall who are no longer kids. It's fantastic, and I love it. I love the two that they were making fun of their movie Brain Candy, which I love. That's such
Uh-huh.
a cult movie. But and
Mhm.
also everyone's like, oh, he's doing Lorne Michaels like all the SNL people, and it's like I don't know how to break it to you, but Mark McKinney was doing Lorne Michaels imitations well before
Yeah.
Austin
Mhm.
Powers and Dr. Evil and all that stuff. And then that's because they're like, right, so what happened with Brain Candy? Why did it fail? And it's Mark McKinney doing his Lorne Michaels. Very funny. Which is, by the way, not funny on Netflix, sadly. Mike Myers series, The Pentaverate.
I
Is
heard that was
bad?
awful.
Is it bad?
It's really bad.
Uh,
And once again, like some of his later Mike Myers movies, way too many crap jokes. Way too many crap jokes. And it's sad because
But Feces is funny.
Keegan Michael
Feces.
Key is in it, and it's got a good cast. And I like some of the characters that Myers does in the show. He does an old Canadian newscaster that's like on a Good Morning Canada kind of show, and there's potential there for that character, but it's just not funny.
I like Fat Bastard. He's my favorite.
I heard Mike Myers talk with Dana Carvey and David Spade on their
Yeah.
podcast.
I
Yeah.
heard
when
that
they
too.
when they got to the part where he was talking about his show, he didn't seem confident. He kind of
Oh,
felt
that's
like,
interesting.
I'm not sure people are gonna like this, but I did this thing. Here it is. That's kind of the feeling I got from his tone.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back. But I still think he's ridiculously talented, but he needs a couple other writers to kind of like focus his abilities. Because truly, I mean, it really is the greatest hits of a lot of his characters. And in fact, you mentioned Fat Bastard on Facebook's video page. They're showing a lot of great '80s and early '90s SNL clips, and they had Kyle MacLachlan from Twin Peaks and Dune. And it was him and Mike Myers, and they were a father-son that owned a Scottish store, and it was the same kind of character that he plays as Fat Bastard, or also when he's in So I Married an Axe Murderer, and he plays the Scottish father.
That Scottish guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I love you. I love
Yeah.
you.
Isn't he?
Oh,
Yeah, isn't that all based on that character? Like this new series is based on something that character says, and I Married an Axe Murderer or something like that,
yeah,
right?
The Pentaverate is
Yeah.
a comedy version of like the Illuminati.
Right.
And of
Okay.
course, we got Marvel's Illuminati, but they're for years. It's about conspiracy theories. And
Right,
yeah,
right,
one
right.
of the big conspiracy theories for years was the Illuminati is this cabal of powerful people that really run the world, and that's why it's like, oh, this is a good premise, and he plays several of the members of the Pentaverate, but yeah, it's just not funny.
Now, isn't it also like hasn't he also pissed off a lot of people? Like a lot of people are like upset with
No.
Michael Myers. I know him and Dana Carvey weren't speaking for a long time, and
He stole his impression.
Well, they patched up. They did. I mean,
yeah, I know they
were
did, but they
huge
didn't speak for a long time. But there's also you can read these kind of like rumors. You can see these other people talking about things regarding him where he's just not the you know the
He's not a nice guy or whatever.
nice guy. Yeah.
Well, I know that the Love Guru not only was a bomb, but certainly hasn't aged well. And in this era of, it's not cool when a white guy does a person of color imitation. God, I remember Deepak Chopra, like, hey, what do you think of the Love Guru? And God bless him, because even he's like, it's silly. And that's like the best thing you could say about it. He's like, and that was all he said. It's like, yeah, silly doesn't necessarily mean it's funny. And he brought back Mini-Me for the Love Guru. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just like, God, another great thing that's on cable if people haven't watched it, that George Carlin documentary on HBO. And Carlin had to reinvent himself because in the early 80s on SCTV, Rick Moranis was doing a wickedly funny Carlin parody where he's like, oh, I got a bit. Hey, how come there's no green wine? Green grapes, no green wine. And it was great. And he had the beard on and the glasses. He totally looked like Carlin. And that scared George Carlin. Where he's like, oh, shoot, they're making fun of me. And Johnny Carson went through the same thing with Dana Carvey on SNL. And it's like, and in Carson's case, maybe it's time to go. And in Carlin's case, well, I'm mid-career. I'm only in my 40s. I don't want to stop doing what I do. So it took him a couple of years, but I always point to that amazing George Carlin special, Back in Town, where he reinvented himself for the last 15 or 18 years of his career, where he was the angry old man. And all the stuff we see now, when he's talking about abortion rights and save the planet, and what a crock of shit that is, and voting doesn't matter, and all those things. And he was saying that stuff literally 25 years ago, and it's still prescient today. That's amazing. But yeah, I think Mike Myers needs to reinvent himself and take the abilities that he has. And like I said, he just needs a couple of really good young. It's like that HBO show Hacks with Gene Smart, where you need a younger comedian writer to kind of freshen up the act and stuff. So that's what I'd say about Mike Myers.
She was good. She was excellent in Watchmen.
Gene Smart is amazing. And
I had never seen her
100%
before.
right, Coach.
I didn't know who she
on-
was,
Oh, well,
where
watch
she came from.
Designing
I was
Women.
like, wow,
Yeah.
who is this? She was so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Designing Women was her big sitcom. But she made that great movie with Robert Wool and Robert De Niro, and it's
Yeah.
called Mistress. And Robert Wool's trying to get exactly. Think I'm funny? Robert Wool's a filmmaker, and he teams with Martin Landau, who's a producer, and they're trying to get this movie made. And they get these money guys. It's Danny Aiello, Eli Wallach, and De Niro, and they'll all put money in the movie if their mistresses can have acting roles in the movie. And Danny Aiello's mistress is Jean Smart, and she's really funny, but also like kind of this sad character as well. And she's also in Garden State, that Zach Braff movie, where she plays the guy who played Hector Hammond in Green Lantern, Peter or whatever his name is. Is he Skarsgård?
Yeah,
Or
it was
is
Skarsgård.
Yeah, he plays Peter Skarsgård's mom in Garden State, and she's got a young lover that's like the same age as her son, and the guy's into Star Trek, and she's like, "Hey babe, what's that Klingon phrase that you were using the other night?" And he goes, "Well, it's whatever the Klingon words are." And she's like, "Well, loosely it translates to Kirk must die, but it can apply in this situation as well." It's a very funny movie. But Gene Smart's amazing, and yeah, Hacks is such a great TV show. Lorraine Newman's daughter is the young comedy writer. That's it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that was Lorraine Newman's daughter.
Now that you know that, look at her, and you can totally see that she's like, oh yeah, she does look like Lorraine Newman. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
What did I see? I saw Lorraine Newman in something recently. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago, on an episode of Svengoolie, the remake
wow.
of Invaders from Mars, the 80s
she
version or
did
something like that.
I thought she was
Yeah.
a guest. Yeah.
No. It was on the movie that he showed. Yeah.
I understand. She was on that SN. Was she on that SNL show? Wasn't she an early guest? Scope?
Lorraine Newman?
Yeah.
Lorraine Newman was she was a cast member on SNL.
I think she was.
Well, of course. No, she's an original cast member, but I think like one of the first episodes.
Oh, on the David Spade one.
Yeah.
Dana
The
Carvey.
Fly on the Wall.
Yeah.
Fly on the Wall. Is that what it's called?
Fly on
I
the
listened.
wall.
I listened to a few episodes of that on the way down to AwesomeCon.
Very good.
I listened to
very
the
good.
Tina Fey one and the Dennis Miller one
Yep.
and the Tom Hanks one.
They had
New ones drop
Goldblum.
tomorrow. They drop every Wednesday.
Goldblum was on one from recently, and he kept
he
talking.
was.
He didn't want to answer the question. He just kept saying, well, we're gonna have dinner about it. Well, and I'd like to talk all about it. He didn't want to answer. It was like he felt like he was running out of time the whole time.
Well, it sounded like it was a press junket for the new Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming they did it either in person or remotely, but that they only had a certain amount of time allotted to them. Because it's only like a 40-minute episode and maybe a 30-minute talk. But yeah, so that's
Isn't it awesome that guys like that are reduced down to you only get a half hour or whatever?
I swear, as a podcaster who has faced that limitation, I do feel better that no, it's not just that you're small time. Only the big time people will get more time. My buddy Max Singer is a big movie critic from New York. When I did the Watchmen movie press junket, I'm like, I don't want to do red carpets anymore if they're only going to give me 2 or 3 minutes. And he's like, John, I'm on nationally syndicated televised shows doing movie critiques, and I'm a host on IFC. He goes, they pull the same crap on me. He's like, don't feel bad. And I'm like, no, thank you. That does make me feel better. So, yep. I did one of the last ones I did was for the Supergirl TV show. And even then, I was just on a roundtable. I only got to ask like 1 or 2 questions, and it was before it aired. But I'm glad I did it, and also like so much good hype about the show had already come out, and Melissa Benoist or whatever her name is was so positive and so excited to be Supergirl, and obviously she did such a great job that I'm glad I did it. But I don't like doing them anymore. I really don't like doing them. So.
How about that Ezra Miller Flash guy?
Well,
How about
yeah.
him? Huh?
God, I'm glad you brought that up. Go on.
I don't think that movie can come out now.
Isn't he missing right now? They can't find him, and he's gone with some girl or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a whole Randy Quaid weirdo thing. And I'm sorry, I'll say it. What a piece of shit. I'm sorry, this guy is too weird. It's just like Cosby, where it's like, I have a weird thing. Yeah, I have a weird thing. It's like, okay, I think the list is getting full because I do still see people defending him. Go, well, you don't know all the facts. I'm like, this is a weird guy. This is a weird guy.
Yeah.
And I don't care what his orientation is. Even if, he was like James Austin Johnson growing up in a Bible Belt community that is lily white and, butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Weird guy. Get him out of there. And do what they did with Kevin Spacey with that J. Paul Getty movie. Recut it with another actor. And I know that means they probably would have to do the whole movie because it looks
that would be a tall order. That would be a tall order with something like that. Because that Kevin Spacey movie wasn't effects driven. Man, this one, it would be a lot.
Also, he wasn't. Well, but more importantly, he wasn't playing multiple versions of himself. And I did see some sort of Flashpoint photo where there are a couple Ezra Miller Flashes in different costumes. Listen, I know, but I don't see how Warner Brothers can release unless he is completely absolved of all this crap, and I don't think he will be. I think
there's just too many things. There's one thing right after the other with him.
And there's video. There's video footage.
Yeah, because the other ones were, drunk and disorderly and hassling a couple or whatever. But the fact that he's grooming some young woman, and it's again, read the story. I just think this is way too damaging. And they spent like $100 million on that movie, and during COVID, I don't know what the hell they're going to do with that movie. I really don't.
Over the weekend, I was going to watch a movie. I was going to watch The Northman because I wanted to see The Northman, but my wife was in the room, and I'm like, I don't know if that's like her cup of tea, watching it together. So I put on the new Fantastic Beasts Harry Potter world movie, and I'm like, man, what am I watching? What is this slog? Why I couldn't get through it? I mean, I did get through it, but I'm like, I was so bored and so uninterested, and it had Eddie Redmayne, Mads Mikkelsen, it had all these great people in it, and I'm like, I can't do this. This movie sucks.
Man, Eddie Redmayne, I don't know why.
Get the hammer. Get the hammer.
He bugs me. Who? What hammer? Who?
I say get the hammer.
Any hammer.
Get the hammer for your feet. Absolutely.
Hammer time.
Why does he bug you?
I don't know, but he does. And when there was a time, well before the last Daniel Craig Bond movie, we're like, Eddie Redmayne would make a great Bond. I'm like, yeah, I'm voting no. He's got a weird face. He's got a weird overbite. I don't know. It's just like Ryan Philippe. It's funny.
British.
I just we've said about other. Yeah, but I got other British people that I like fine. No, there's just something weird about him. It's like Ryan Philippe. You just want to punch him in the face.
Wow.
And it's so like he hasn't done anything to deserve it, but he's just got like a weird face where I'm just like, get out of my screen. I don't like it.
Oh, you want to do him like Christina Ricci style or something?
I wasn't gonna say it, but yes, exactly. It's like, although I love. Man,
I love Christina Ricci.
I'm in the other camp. I love Christina Ricci. Wow.
She's going to be at. Did I send you guys a picture? She's going to be at one of the shows or something like that. I forgot. I think I sent it to you guys in a text. I'm not sure.
You did. I saw that photo.
Yeah.
I don't know what show she'll be at, but I'm a big fan.
I think it's Arkansas, Indiana, Chicago, somewhere in there. One of those pencil tucker places.
She's going to be at the Whitefish Mall in Montana at the urinals, waiting for Jim Neighbors. So, hi!
She's going to be at FarCon.
Dowd says that Top Gun was good. Have you guys seen Top Gun? I haven't seen it.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. Looks amazing. I did see the Lego redo of the trailer, and that's really funny. It's very, very funny, and it's cool. The Lego ships, the Lego fighter jets look amazing. It was very, very funny.
I didn't see that either.
I do want to see it. Will it be on a streamer like Paramount Plus or whatever in a couple months? I mean, Paramount, of all the major studios, they're hurting the most. And
Yeah.
I don't blame Tom Cruise for waiting until COVID let up and it's like, all right, now release it, or that was Paramount's choice. But and I hear nothing but great things. But I don't know if I want to see. I mean, and I know it's like, got to see it in IMAX, got to see it with an amazing sound system. I appreciate all that. I don't know, man. I saw Doctor Strange is the only movie I saw in the theater lately.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
I liked it.
I haven't either.
I bet
AJ
Thor
till it
will be
comes
the next
out
one
on,
I'll
Disney Plus.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
Thor
on
will
Disney
probably
Plus
be the next
next
one I'll see in theaters.
Thor, yeah.
Yeah, that looks
Guys,
good.
I have to recommend a film called Gotham by Gaslight. It's an animated one. It's
Oh, yeah?
rated R, and it's really good. I was impressed because I'm not crazy about a lot of those DC animated shows. I love the voiceover people are great, but something about it being, I don't know, taking those stories from the comics and animating them, it always feels like it's geared toward a younger audience, and they don't really push it far enough. But this was different. They did push it. There was blood. There was dirt. There was Bruce Greenwood as Batman, who was great. I liked it. It felt really grounded, and it took place. It almost seemed like it took place in the Victorian England, but it was Gotham City.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Great.
It's steampunk Batman. That the comic was the first Elseworlds.
Mike
back in the late
Mignola,
80s,
right?
early 90s.
Yeah.
Mike Mignola drew it. Brian Augustyn, the sadly late Brian Augustyn, good friend of Mark Waid and many others in the comic book business, one of the really great writers and editors. He and Mark did Archie 1940s and Archie 1950s, but they adapted his and Mike's story for the animated movie. And I agree with what you're saying, Skoke, but I do think before James Tucker was done supervising all the animated movies, they were trying harder. And I would say that Batman Kung Fu movie where it's the dragon is in the title, that's a good movie. The Bloodsport movie, or not Bloodsport, Deathstroke. They do a Deathstroke movie that's very violent, very cool story. And even that last Justice League story they did, James's last Justice League story from like 2018, I want to say, or 2019. So yeah, that stuff that's on the HBO Max app, I would check more of them out around the time of Gotham by Gaslight. They're very good.
I'll have to remember those.
And if you want to watch a really good, ninja kind of karate movie, I would recommend a movie called Gymkata, which is really, really good. It's about a guy who's a gymnast who has to take out, some bad guys, but conveniently all of his karate moves happen to be around, gymnastics equipment. So he's in the middle of a medieval European town, and he's surrounded by bad guys, and it's in this stone centerpiece town, but luckily there's a pommel horse shaped thing.
Now, wait a minute. This sounds like something you would make up, so I can't tell. Is this a real
It's
movie?
a real movie. It's a real movie called Gymkata. Get it at your library. They'll have it.
Yeah, I don't remember his last name, but Kurt is the first name. He was an Olympic gold medalist. Yes, he was a gymnast, but specifically, being on the uneven parallel bars of the rings, his thing was the pommel horse. And just like Franco just described, conveniently in this 1880s Japanese town, there is this structure that essentially is shaped like a pommel horse. So he's whipping around and flying kicks and everything. And my buddy Matt Singer, the critic, he and cartoonist L.A. We used to make fun of his old girlfriend Franco Fat Tabby, Chris Moreno. He's not with her anymore. I don't feel bad saying that. But again, I love Chris. Chris is awesome.
I don't know who we're talking about.
They worship that movie. Chris Moreno, fantastic LA cartoonist, does a lot of animation, does a lot of comics, but they way back early aughts they did their own commentary to Jim Cotta that you can sync up the movie and watch and listen to them watch it. It's one of the funniest early internet things that I remember. Yes, the 1985 film, Doubt. That's exactly right.
Classic.
Kurt Thomas, I want to say.
Classic.
Kurt Thomas.
Classic.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Beavis and Butthead movie coming to Paramount Plus. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Nobody likes that. Yeah.
Guys, I gotta get going because Kendra needs to
That's
get
great,
in here.
dude.
And use
Yeah,
the
thanks for
computer.
that 5 minutes. That was
Yeah.
terrific. And also,
Yeah.
thanks a lot for saying that there's only 2 places in Chicago to eat at. Well done.
I said Portillo's,
Best in the business.
3 places. 3 places.
Giordano's, and Portillo's, and
There you go. Wayne just had the synopsis for Jim Cotta. But it's
Yeah, don't read the synopsis. Just watch the movie. It's gold, Jerry. Gold.
better than
It is
Spring
gold,
Break
Jerry.
Lawyer.
Oh, no,
I would go so
absolutely
far
not.
as to say, yeah, a little bit.
Doesn't have a fart
Ooh.
scene. Yeah, he's on the Palmer horse, farting with his butt hanging out in the air. Whoa!
Do they say trouser beef in that movie? Probably not.
They do that.
All right,
No,
guys.
but he
Absolutely.
probably needed
Good
a
night,
pommel
Scoot.
horse to make some. See you, Scoot.
Congrats on
See ya.
the awards. Well done. Take it easy.
Yeah. Agents of Slam.
I'll talk to you. All right. What else we got? Anything else? That's it.
Oh.
Nothing. We got nothing else.
The boys are great. Great show. Really enjoying
Oof.
it.
Yeesh.
I know
There's a-
gross
there's a-
is funny.
There's a lot of grossness in that.
A lot of grossness, but very, very funny. And man, Homelander is such a great, disturbing character to watch crumble slowly.
Mhm.
And I got to say, I never tire of looking at Starlight. She is just wow.
Boy,
Her
oh
and
boy.
Bruce Campbell on Star Trek. Wow.
I have it on order from the library. Seasons 1 and 2 of The Boys.
Oh boy.
I heard it was good.
Fantastic.
I hope
Carl
season
Urban
two
at best.
season 2 of Obi-Wan, I hope it comes back as a musical. That'd be good.
Did you, speaking of
Yes.
how stupid ass that is, did you hear they're working on the Joker sequel and they're looking
Yes.
at possibly Lady Gaga and having it be a musical? Eesh. Oof.
I don't believe that rumor. What I do believe is
Yeesh.
maybe Lady Gaga will sing the song the way that what's her face sang, Adele did the Skyfall song, or McCartney. Oh, Paul did Live and Let Die back in the day. So
Well, she was in the
you know.
Gucci's. She can act. She was in the
Oh, no,
Gucci's.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, she could actually maybe act and do the theme song, just like he did for The Bodyguard.
A Star is Born. That movie.
You know, she doesn't sound like that anymore.
No, she doesn't. From the grave,
Wow.
no, definitely not.
Whitney Houston.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Wow.
Now she just sounds like this.
There was a
No,
Roy
no.
Jones fight in the year 2000 on HBO. He was at Radio City Music Hall doing a fight, and they had all these rappers do raps as Roy was entering the ring. And after he entered the ring, they did the Star Spangled Banner. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, Whitney Houston. And I'm like, wow, Whitney Houston singing the Star Spangled Banner. That's awesome. So I'm like, oh, cool. I saw Whitney Houston live sing one song. All right, that's cool.
There you
Bucket
go.
list.
Did Lady Gaga
What?
actually sing the theme song to the Top Gun movie?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Did she?
I don't know if that's true or
I
not.
didn't see the comment.
Yeah.
You flashed it too fast. I'm slow.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
all right. There you go. I don't know, Doubt. Maybe she did. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Was
believe
it
you,
a
though.
remix of Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone?
I think it was, yeah, all the way into the danger zone. I do want to watch the movie because, yeah, Jennifer Connelly. Oh boy, is in it. I have a major crush on Jennifer Connelly.
Oh, God,
Huge.
me too. Oh yeah.
Huge.
There you go.
Huge.
Yes,
Oh,
the guy
wow.
did sing the theme song to the Maverick.
The Gaga.
Yes.
Wow. Now we
Yeah,
gotta watch
that's
the music
the-
video.
Hey, Carly Simon did Nobody Does It Better for Spy Who Loved Me. Sure.
Well, somebody did it much better, but you know. All right.
I don't know,
What
man.
else we got to cover? getting there.
What else was I going to say? Oh, and I was going to do it, but with Artie and Scoot not being here, I wasn't going to do it. Dan Patrick, I was watching a clip of him. Last fall, Rolling Stone released the top 500 songs of all time. And they did
Ooh.
it back in 2004, but now they did a new
Updated?
list. It's the first time in 17 years. And I don't know. Again, it's going to be old man yelling at clouds on the porch and everything, but like the Rolling Stones didn't have a song until number like 13 or 14 of these top 500
That seems
songs.
good. That seems correct.
And it was Gimme Shelter. But here's the weird one, Skoke, I will say. The Beatles didn't clock in until number 7,
Wow.
and the song that was chosen was, of all songs, I want you to guess. What do you think they chose, Skoke?
Yellow Submarine.
8 days,
No.
8 days a week.
It could have been. Strawberry Fields Forever.
Well, that makes sense.
Which is it really? Like
Yeah.
when you think of the Beatles and
Well,
the
it makes
greatest
sense
songs
because it's
of
one
all
of their
time,
songs. So
and I mean, it's too easy to say "Let It Be." It's too easy to say "Hey Jude," whatever. I would have gone with a more, I don't know, Sergeant. I would have gone with Sergeant Pepper. I like Paperback Writer's Out. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I think Sergeant Pepper is a much more representative song of them and their body of work. I like Strawberry Fields.
how about
But
Hey
it's
Bulldog? Wasn't Hey Bulldog?
I love Hey Bulldog was kind of rediscovered, partially when I forget what Beatle thing came out in the 2000s, but also for the longest time they used the video they made for Hey Bulldog for Lady Madonna because the music kind of matches, but they actually made it for Hey Bulldog, and somebody found the proper pieces to really make it a Hey Bulldog video. And I love that song. And that is a great neglected Beatles song that really, good Lord, George is playing his ass off on the guitar, and Paul and John are singing an amazing rock duet. So I think it was either when Rock Band came out or when the Beatles music was finally on iTunes. It was like somewhere around there that they were really promoting the hell out of Hey Bulldog, and everyone's like, wow, man, I hadn't thought about Hey Bulldog since the Yellow Submarine album, and it's like, it's a real good song, and it is a really good song. But again, I don't even think that. I like I said, I think Sgt. Pepper is more representative of the Beatles, and also just what the Beatles represent.
Too much drug-induced imagery, Johnny.
Hey Ya by Outkast was in
Wow.
the top 10, and I like Hey Ya
Wow.
in the top 10. And
Wow,
I'm like,
what was number
Outkast
1?
is like, yeah, that's like wow, the Bay City Rollers and Saturday Night is number 4, and it's like I don't think so. So again,
What was number 1?
Oh God damn it! What was? I'll look it up while we're talking. Go ahead.
Damn it! Oh, keep me in suspense.
Was
I'm
it
not gonna
Jim-
know.
I will.
Jim
Well, I was looking up
Neighbors.
my stupid laptop and it wasn't working. Hold on.
It was John
Oh,
Denver. John Denver.
John
I believe one of
Denver.
his songs. Yeah,
Yeah, Rocky Mountain High.
Leaving on a jet plane. One of those.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Ooh, I like that. Cakes on the griddle. That's what I'm saying.
Got me a
That's what I'm
pipe,
talking
I
about.
got me old fiddle.
Thank God I'm a country boy. So yeah, give us the top 10. That's what I want to know.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
But I'm gonna let's guess as to what the top 2 or 3 songs are while he looks it up. I'm gonna go
You
with.
won't be able to.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
go.
laugh.
You know, I surprised you before. I'm gonna go with Aretha Franklin, "Who's Zooming Who," at number 3.
I do remember what the number 1 song is, and you were on the right track. It's not Who's Zooming Who. Respect is the number 1 song.
Oh, there you go.
Which
See,
got
I
no
was
problem.
right. You just yelled at me because I would never guess what the number 1 song is, and I just guessed it.
Franco's
Come on,
right again.
I'm telling you, that is the worst song. All right, I'm scrolling because they started 50, and you got to go to the bottom to get to. Okay,
No.
come on, I'm doing it on my.
See, once again, I proved you wrong.
Franco was
Because-
right about Minecraft Holmes and Kareem
Uh-huh.
too.
Hey,
Yeah.
Here he is again,
Mitch
coming
last
with
night
truth.
is like about the Star Trek Pike show where Lieutenant Uhura's a cadet because it's in the past. She's like, they called her Lieutenant. I'm like, no. He's like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure. And I said, listen, find the scene, let me know, and if you're right, I will kiss your feet the way I kiss Franco's feet every time he proves me wrong, and I tell him no. So, but I'm pretty
Once
sure
again,
about the incident.
You see, but the problem with you is that I prove you wrong constantly. On like a weekly basis, I prove you wrong.
100%. No,
So,
you did.
all right, let's go top 10. Let's
Try
do
it,
this.
buddy. Hold on.
Oh, we're still
Takes a while.
scrolling. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. The number 1 is "Respect" by Aretha Franklin. Number 2, I'm gonna go with. I I think I'm going to
Who's
go
gonna
with
go?
Leo Sayer. A Leo
More than
Sayer
I
song.
can say, or
Yeah.
when I need you.
Yeah. Or
Okay,
Air
hold on.
Supply. I'm going to go Air Supply.
God, it's taking so long to get down. I'm only at 34, but I'll
I'm
get
gonna
there.
say the Perfect Strangers theme song is in the top 5.
Nice.
Standing
tall.
tall
Uh-huh.
on the wings of my something.
We should do our
Scroll
top.
pa-
We should do our top 20 theme songs on the next episode.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
Sgt. Pepper is number 25. I just scrolled past it.
There you go.
No, it's better than Strawberry Fields. I'm sorry, I don't buy that. And this is like, all right, I'm getting close. Where am I at?
He's so close.
Number 6. Stand by. 5, 4.
Well,
All right, I'll be able to
let's go
tell
top
you.
10. Do the top 10.
All right, hold on.
Rick Astley's in there
One more.
somewhere, isn't he? It's gotta be. Everybody loves him.
Okay. So number 1 is Respect. Number 2, top 500 songs of all time.
Chicago.
And by the way, this song deserves to be on the list. Number 2, Public Enemy's Fight the Power. Okay. Number 3, okay, the artist, I got no problem with him being even in the top 10, but number 3, the great Sam Cooke. It is not You Send Me. It is not Twisting the Night Away, 2 of his biggest hits. It's A Change Is Gonna Come. And I know that's a message song. And, of course, Sam had that tragic backstory. But it's like, and I guess the words greatest of all time is specious enough. But whatever. I don't buy that one. I like number 4. It's Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone. I'm good with that. Number 5 is Nirvana.
Nirvana at number
Spirit.
5?
Yep.
Really?
Number 6 is, yep. And again, I might have them in the top 10 because the grunge movement is a significant thing. So maybe. Number 6 is Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. I got no problem with that.
Of all time, though. We're talking about of all time, though.
I hear you. Well, like I said, stupid, the one I just said, I'm like, real, like, yeah, Fight the Power. I'm like, that's the number 2 song of all time? Really?
Is ABBA next? Because ABBA needs to be next.
Number 7, Strawberry Fields, like I told you. Okay, number 8, ladies and gentlemen, the great Missy Elliott and Get Your Freak On. Number 8.
Really? Not ABBA?
Number 9 is Fleetwood Mac and Dreams.
No.
Number 10, as I told you, Outkast, Hey Ya. Beating number 11, the Beach Boys, and God Only Knows. Okay.
Who
Sure.
made this list?
Rolling Stone, and it was music critics, music experts, their own editorial staff, and also, dude, as you know, they do this almost as clickbait to get people like us to get angry about like how they did this. Number 12, and again, I will point out that Outkast's Hey Ya beat Stevie Wonder's Superstition. Wrong. There's number 13, Rolling Stones, Give Me Shelter.
This is upsetting to me.
number-
We can't keep going. This is
The
this is
Kinks,
upsetting.
I'll go to 20. The Kinks, Not All Day, All the Night. Not Lola. Not You Really Got Me. No, it's Waterloo Sunset. Great Kinks song.
I haven't heard.
Really?
I haven't heard Taylor Swift yet, so this is a little
No.
disturbing.
Here's the other Beatles song at number 15. I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Oh right, you know that.
What
That's great.
What about David Bowie and Queen? We got any of
Not
that?
yet. Beyonce and Jay-Z, number 16, Crazy in Love. It's funny you just mentioned Bowie and Queen. Queen coming in at number 17 with Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm okay with that. 18, Prince, Purple Rain. I'm okay with that. 19 is John Lennon, Imagine. And once again, from 2010, the 20th all-time of the top 500 greatest songs of all time. Who could forget Robin from 2010, Dancing on My Own?
No, I don't.
No Zeppelin. Isn't
No.
that interesting? Yeah.
I don't.
No.
No.
No Zeppelin. No. Where's the Who? How is the Who?
Who?
Not in the top 20. Exactly.
Who?
Exactly.
How's Tony Orlando now?
Lou,
in the
what are you
top
doing?
20?
All I'm trying to say is, who should be there? Yes,
Yeah.
they should. Woo.
No, I don't like
Stop,
this
stop.
list. No.
Go to the website. You'll see all 500 songs, and it'll only make you angry. And again,
On the next
go ahead.
Yeah, on the next podcast we're going to do the top 10 theme songs of all time. We're going to have that.
Theme song, like TV theme songs?
TV theme songs of all time. Yeah, that's what we're going to do on the next podcast.
Hey,
So,
Perfect Strangers better be in that top 10.
Yeah.
Sure, you're telling me.
and
Along
I think
with Who's the Boss and Family Ties, which was sung by Johnny Mathis.
okay, yeah, we can put in all our requests, but we have to do this scientifically. We're all going to get drunk one night at C2E2.
Doubt is correct.
And we're
putting the against the had to be under 30. Well, like I said earlier, where the guy's like, I don't get Jack Kirby. Good, fine, go away. Oh, but Outkast, that's your 10th greatest of 500 songs of all time. Hey, yeah, that's like Louie Louie by the Kings being in the top 10, and it's like, what?
Yeah. No.
I like Hey Yeah, I like Outkast. But
I don't like them top 500.
Well, I don't mind them being in the.
I don't mind if they're in the top 500. I don't think they should be in the top 10.
It's funny, Duck St. Giuliani style. How about Gangnam Style? How come that isn't on the list?
Yeah, why isn't that in there? The Hogan Family. I remember that. I used to watch it every day during the summer.
So
it was on reruns.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
And Valerie Harper from Rhoda.
Valerie.
Hi there. I'm going to make a sitcom with Jason Bateman, and then I'm going to leave it, and it will continue to be a success in my wake.
With Sandy Duncan.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. Poor Sandy.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, Sandy, we can tell which one's the glass eye. I don't know how to break it to you. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Where is it? This one?
I didn't know she had a glass eye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she had two of them.
She had two of them.
her and Columbo.
They accidentally would cross. Now you look fine, Sandy.
Her and Columbo, when they were in the same room, could never see each other.
That was the best romantic comedy. Peter Falk and Sandy Duncan, they'd run toward each other in an embrace, and they'd miss each other because they had their glass eyes. I couldn't see you, sir. Very sorry.
Sammy had a glass eye.
Hey, man. That's right.
Hey, man.
Hey, somebody's got to get these two crazy kids together and have a glass eye contingency. Chicken.
Wow. It reminds me of that old joke. Reminds me of that old joke of the woman with the wooden eye and the guy with the wooden leg meet at a bar, and he asked her to dance, or she asked him to dance, and he says, "Boy, what eye?" Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, man. Wow. Thank you. Hey, what did Jim Neighbors call him? Thank you. All right.
Reminds me of another joke. How many nuns does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
None.
Yeah, none. Exactly.
None.
Sorry, the grasshopper joke is funnier when the grasshopper walks into the bar, and the bartender goes, "Hey, we got a drink named after you. You got a drink named Steve?"
Skunk is still trying to figure out the nun one. He's like, "What?
Wait, what?
How many nuns? None. Get it? None.
I was watching My Blue Heaven, and I love when Steve Martin says, "What's the difference between a light bulb and a pregnant woman?" And he goes, "You can unscrew a light bulb."
Oh, boy.
Those aren't pillows.
Come on.
Those aren't pillows.
Are we that far that we can't even laugh at that? My God.
We're done. All right. We're done far. All right.
You're killing me. So everybody
Jamie
look for me on TikTok, where I'll be standing in a wading pool eating Funyuns. Hey, on Word Balloon, watch Brian Bendis and I talk. It's great.
Yeah. We'll be back here next week. Possibly, maybe.
We could.
Doubtful, but we're gonna try.
I know you got. We got convention season is gonna be really busy in July. Francis is gonna go on his summer sabbatical, and maybe run into President Obama in the process. Who knows?
I'm working on coming back with a catching up show. We have our Trek Watch every week that we're trying to do, and episode. Go out and pre-order my Dead Man book from DC Comics, and go order Agents of Slam from Scoot. He just won an award. Damn it! Make him sell more books.
That's true. And Artie's got a lot of new stuff that he's doing. Of course, the Abraham Lincoln issue, but other great books as well.
He's got Who's Who. He's got Meteor Might. He's got a bunch of stuff that's coming out. So we're all working on stuff all the time.
And hey, don't forget Agents of Slam, huh?
Yeah. Oh, and go order our Artie and I did the a new Tiny Titan story in Saved by the Belle Reve, which is coming out in August. So order that, and get that from DC Comics as well.
Yep.
Yes, that's right, D-Brad. Hot links. All of these are hot links. Yeah.
Hot links. And Dennis, I can tell you the only thing I got scheduled, because I got a back catalog of audio for Word Balloon to release, but Dennis Hopeless is coming up in the next few days. One of my favorite comic book writers, has been doing a lot of great work with Marvel. Last night I talked to my favorite person, one of my favorite people, Stephanie Phillips. In fact, we both have the same kind of half fringe going on in our. It looks much better on her, but I realized that right at the beginning of the video, I'm like, Steph, we have the same hairdo. I don't think she was happy I said that, but still, she laughed.
Wow.
She smiled.
That's a way to start a podcast. There you go.
Truly, she is one of my. She's going to do. I should promote this. Marvel does their digital comics, Infinite Comics, and they're doing an Infinite romance anthology series, and they're taking Millie the model, the old character, and they're making her a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent in the 1960s. So it's Millie the spy. And it is such a great idea, and even just the one image they have promoting it is so great, and we talked about that. And the YouTube is out. The audio will be out later this week. But I'm so excited for Steph because she's a really good spy writer. She did a great series for Aftershock called Red Atlantis. That's a really good spy story. But I can't wait for her to do S.H.I.E.L.D., and it's going to be fantastic. I'm very excited for Steph. So that's a new Word Balloon to look for as well.
Awesome.
And a previous Word Balloon would be your conversation with Jonathan Frakes, which was
Number
excellent.
one.
I listened to recently.
Thank you.
If you're out
Thank
there
you.
and haven't listened to that one, check that out.
Yeah, like and
Also-
subscribe Johnny's YouTube channel, and you can tip on his YouTube channel now.
That's
so
true.
tip the man.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I also dropped the video and audio this morning. The great Swamp Thing artist Steve Bissett. Had a great conversation with him. First time I ever had him on. That was really cool. Great 2-hour Bendis tapes also released this week. So yeah, good stuff on Word Balloon right now. WordBalloon.com.
And I'm actually on TikTok, but I'm not doing any dances. I just reposted a clip of me saying hello there to all those Obi-Wan Kenobis at New York Comic Con.
That's perfect for TikTok. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
It's got a little over 4,000 views, and for me, that's
awesome.
Yeah, that's viral for me. I mean,
That's
come on.
huge.
Do you think Obi-Wan goes around stepping on things so he could be just slightly taller than everybody else, just to declare that he has the high ground?
Yeah, sure. He did that with Princess Leia under the coat.
There you go. I have the high ground.
I like it.
All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. Listen. Now that summer's rolling around, we're going to try and get the gang back together more than often.
Oh,
This
that's
is fun.
Literally, and then maybe in the weeks ahead. But then we're going to go through this late summer drought, or at least in July. It's going to be rough. I imagine it's going to be rough given the convention schedule everybody's going to be in. But we'll see.
Yeah, every time we get together, it's rough.
Yeah.
So.
Well, just saying, maybe when we're together in Chicago or whatever, we'll record something at a con. We'll see.
And thank you, all of you
We'll do
out
so.
there, for viewing and listening. It was good having you. We'll see you next
Thank
time, huh? I like things.
Do ghost stories. We're gonna do ghost stories next time. I promise.
Next
and
time, yeah.
Ghost go. Do it.
Okay, bye-bye.
I like Pink very much, Lois.
I like Pink very